Welcome to Section 1 of the Software Escrow training module, brought to you by the Timbers Project. This section will introduce the training use case and explain what an escrow agreement is. This use case illustrates the importance of escrow agreements. A pharmaceutical company buys software from a software development company. The software development company creates the software, adapts it to meet the special requirements of the pharmaceutical company, and then delivers it to them. The two companies exchange the license contract and a service and maintenance contract so that the pharmaceutical company can be assured that the program can be used without problems, and, in case of errors, the software development company will rectify them. One day, the pharmaceutical company receives a letter from the software development company which notifies them that the software will no longer be supported. This is called an end-of-life letter. The following question arises: how can the pharmaceutical company continue to develop the accounting software? The pharmaceutical company has received the object code for the software, but it needs the source code to allow further development. The object code is a sequence of statements or instructions in a computer-readable language, while the source code is a collection of computer instructions written using some human-readable computer language. The companies have not signed an escrow agreement, which would entitle the pharmaceutical company to receiving the source code and supporting documentation from the software development company. The pharmaceutical company therefore has no right to further develop the software, or to have it be developed by another software developer. In this situation, the pharmaceutical company will have to buy and migrate to a new software. With a software escrow agreement, however, this could have been avoided. What is a software escrow agreement? An escrow agreement is a contract. It can either be a three-party contract or a two-party contract. If it is a three-party contract, the contracting parties are the licensor, who is the software developer or the rights holder, the escrow agent, an independent and trustworthy third party, and the licensee, who is the user of the software. The terms of the contract are usually negotiated and customized between all parties, and the contract is then signed off by all three parties. If it is a two-party contract, the contracting parties are the licensor and the escrow agent. In this case, the terms of the contract are usually prepared by the licensor, although it is possible that the escrow agent may use model contracts. In such cases, standard terms are used and the contract is signed by the licensor and the escrow agent. The licensee later on signs the user enrollment schedule. Who are the different contracting parties and what is their function in this contractual relationship? In all, there are three parties to consider. There are the licensee and the licensor, who have contracted a software license together, and there is the escrow agent, who has signed, in this example, a three-party contract called the escrow agreement. The licensee is the user of the software and wants to secure his investment. The licensee receives the source code if a trigger event occurs. What constitutes a trigger event is established in the escrow agreement. The second contractual partner of the escrow agreement is the licensor. He has a responsibility to develop the software and to customize it if this is contractually agreed. He delivers the object code to the licensee and delivers the source code and all documentation that is necessary for redeploying or further developing the software to the escrow agent. If it is contractually agreed, he may be obliged to keep the software current. In this case, he has to deposit the source code of the updated version and the new documentation material with the escrow agent. The material that has to be deposited with the escrow agent will be described in detail later on. The escrow agent is the third contractual partner. His obligations are to verify and deposit the source code and the developing material and to keep them safe and secure. Another obligation is to control the updates, and he delivers the source code to the licensee if a trigger event occurs. The licensee and licensor both have different reasons for contracting an escrow agreement. What are the reasons for the licensee? First of all, he wants to secure a long-term investment in information and communication systems. Hence, an escrow agreement serves as a risk management strategy. By signing this contract, he wants to ensure that he will continue to receive access to the deposited materials if one of the contractually agreed trigger events has occurred. Moreover, the licensee has the guarantee that there is no possibility of the software developer removing the deposited materials without his permission. Due to the verification of the deposited materials, which has been carried out by the escrow agent, the licensee can be assured that the material is complete, relevant, and usable at the point when it is handed over to him. There are also some good reasons for the licensor to contract an escrow agreement. The escrow agent uses the timestamp to determine when the material was deposited. The licensor can use this as conclusive evidence that the source code was created before a given time, which can help him prove his intellectual property rights for the software product. An escrow agreement can also be used as a confidence-building measure with new clients. The licensor emphasizes his trustworthiness by showing that the investment in his software will be secured for the future. The escrow agent fulfills an independent verification of the deposited materials. By improving the quality of the documentation, the quality of the software itself can also be improved. And if it is contractually agreed, the licensor may use the deposited material as a backup in case of disaster.